All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Sunday night update. Coach Grammer, play by play Grammer in the upper right hand corner. Coach Grammer. That just seems kind of natural now. I like it. Hey, I'm going to turn it over to you to let you talk about some stuff, and I'll bring them up on the screen as you talk about them when you're ready for them. So, good evening.
Well, I'm glad to be here. Me and you've talked quite a bit over the last couple of weeks, and I've been over in Harrisonville talking to some of our uh, clients and potential clients, and believe it or not, we are 13 days away from kickoff of the 2023 Harrisonville Wildcat football season. Will be our eighth season covering the Wildcats. My date myself a little bit here. 17th year
Gosh,
broadcasting the
wait till you
Wildcats.
get to be an old man.
I feel crazy that it's been 17 years and 19 years total. So um, it's been fun. It's been a fun ride. As everybody knows, this will be my last broadcasting year unless Jerry gives me about a $50,000 sign on bonus.
Whew,
so
you're going to have to sell a lot for that.
Yeah, I know. So, first off, I want to thank all of our sponsors that have made this season possible. And if you're out there and you have not signed up, we need to get that rolling in the next week so that we can get you the best quality commercial and get you rolling uh, down the road. Because once we get down to this crunch time, we're already putting our other sponsors in, and we don't want to take any time away from them either. So we want to make the best product as possible. But the reason tonight, besides saying, hey, we got 13 days to kick off, so if you're going to broadcast, let us know. The other thing is we have some awesome contests this year. Um, First off is going to be our new Papa Murphy's contest. And Papa Murphy's in Harrisonville, when the Wildcats score, you score free pizza. So this is how this is going to work. You have to go into Papa Murphy's. You have to sign up in Papa Murphy's. You cannot sign up on 4Ts. You have to go in Papa Murphy's in Harrisonville and sign up. Give us all your information. And every time the Wildcats score a touchdown, somebody wins a free pizza. I believe it's up to a $15 value for that. You can only win one time per week. Okay, so you can't win all four of the
Touchdowns.
pizzas in 1 week, or six, or two, or however many it might be. So you can win one pizza a week. Hopefully, the Wildcats score several, and we're giving away a lot of free pizza. But what's awesome about that is you go into the establishment, you sign up. Marshall, his crew have done a great job, and they've got a sign up in there. So you sign up, and by noon every Friday, we take all those people and we put them in the wheel, or we'll put them in the jar, and we'll take them with us and we'll pull them out, and we will tell you who each pizza winner is. It may
It'll
not be
be
right after the
the
touchdown.
wheel of names.
Yes, put it on the wheel of names. It might not be right after the touchdown. It may be when we come back and we're having the kickoff, and we're gonna say, "Hey, in the break we picked, and it was, John Thompson, who was our winner for the touchdown and the free pizza." So you got to go sign up at Papa Murphy's. Then you got to watch us on a Friday night and see if you win some free pizza. And I think it's going to be an awesome thing. It's going to put people in the doors at Papa Murphy's. It's going to put eyes on the 4Ts broadcast and the Wildcats. It's going to be something fun. So go in to Papa Murphy's right now. Maybe not now. If you can't get there now, go buy dinner tomorrow night and get signed up and get you a chance for some free pizza. We will have either Gary or Jerry or James. Somebody will go either pick up all the names on a Friday. We'll figure that part out as we go. Um, and we'll probably give it all day Friday on our first week because, as many of you don't may or may not know, we're in St. Louis on a Saturday afternoon to kick off the season. And Jerry, as we're finishing up talking about Papa Murphy's, it wouldn't be Wildcat football if we're not somewhere way far away or we're having an opponent from way far away on week 1 with the Wildcats.
That is for sure. We've been down to Arkansas. We've been to St. Louis to, was it West?
Hazelwood West. Yep.
Hazelwood West. We've been over into Kansas, almost down to the Wichita area. Gosh, I can't think of the name of.
Just me, since I've started broadcasting, my very first year we had to go to Augusta, Kansas.
That's the one.
Which is right outside of Wichita. We've been to Rogers, Arkansas. I've been to Hannibal multiple times. We've been to St. Louis for Hazelwood West. Funny story about Hazelwood West game. That was the day. This dates me a little bit. She is now a middle schooler. Addison Agnew, who is Miranda, my sister-in-law's oldest daughter. She was born that day. And I had to go over that morning. Everybody was up in Leavenworth. I left from Leavenworth, drove all the way over to St. Louis, and everybody went to the hospital waiting for Addie to be born. And I was able to go broadcast the game, get back in the car, get back to Overland Park Regional, and I was there for about 10 minutes, and then Addie was born. She waited for Uncle Chad to get there before she was born. So that was pretty cool. We've also been down to Webb City a couple of times for week 1. We've been to Kearney. We've been up to Maryville. I don't know if Maryville was week 1, but we've been up there. Who else? I feel like we're missing somebody, but I mean, it's been fun because it's almost like I feel like it's like small college. Oh, and you can't forget that Wayne Hills, New Jersey came to Harrisonville. So
that is very true.
We've had some interesting opponents on week 1 for the Wildcats.
Well, another thing that's real interesting for a lot of people and those that may or may not know, that Coach Bouchard, who was here 02 through whatever it was, but our 03, 04, 05, 6, and 7 runs in the Class 3 state championships, of which in 03 we lost in 27 overtimes to MICDS. Then the next year we beat them, and Coach Bouchard is now the head coach at MICDS. So it'll just be a great Saturday afternoon of football.
It will, and I'm going to give him a little bit of a hard time. I didn't get a chance to last year, but I remember my father-in-law told me, he used to get so mad about Rockhurst and all them private schools. They could recruit and they could get all the best players, and now he's at a private school, so we can give him a little bit of a hard time.
Now he are one.
So that was our Papa Murphy's. Go in, sign up, and get ready to roll for some free pizza. Wildcats score a touchdown. You score a touchdown. I got a feeling the name Nate Reynolds will be called a lot on some of those touchdowns this year. So we'll see. Our second contest is obviously a contest we've had every year for the last several years, and that is our Sonic Kick Return Contest. And you sign up, I believe you can sign up at 4T's, correct?
That will be online. I'm going to put it somewhere different, but it'll be on the Harrisonville Wildcat page over to the left.
And we may talk to Ed too. I do like the option of people being able to sign up at the stores. Just kind of takes people there. It'll be hard. It would be harder at a Sonic, obviously, because you can't really go in Sonic. So I'm not sure if we could make that happen. But hey, was it 2 years? No, was it last year that we had the kick return?
Well, we had one that was. We almost had 2 in one game, but he.
Yeah, that was. It was Clinton last year. Tyson Wyatt Smith, the freshman, had the 18-yard partially deflected kick return for a touchdown, and I think somebody won about $110 worth of Sonic. So
it was fun.
It goes $50 to start, $10 increments each week if somebody doesn't win. And if you don't win, I believe you win. Do you win a $10 gift card if you don't win?
It's either 5 or 10. I believe it's a 10.
Yeah. So then you win a gift card. So sign up on 4T's for that. We've had a lot of fun with that over the last several years, and that'll be another one that we'll be enjoying again this year. So, like I said, last year that was fun. I remember we had that one, and it wasn't but about 2, 3, I feel like 2, 3, 4 plays later, we almost had a second one. We're like, I don't know what we're going to do.
Well, I think Ed
So,
will be good with saying whenever somebody wins it, we start off with $50. If somebody wins $70 and there's a second one, if Ed doesn't do the 50, I will.
well, and here's the thing too. You talk about Ed and Sonic at Harrisonville, and one of the things I'm most proud of that we have built, Jerry, with 4Ts, is our return partnerships. And Ed's been there since day one. We have a great relationship with Ed, and Ed is probably the most wildcat um, business in Harrisonville. And it's not even just Harrisonville. I know that your soon-to-be daughter-in-law had a fundraiser there a couple weeks for Cass Midway cheerleading. So
That is correct,
he's
yes.
so good with the communities, and that's what I'm most proud of is what we have built with our community partners with 4Ts. Because it's not just Sonic either. You look at up and down the list. You look Young's Tire and Auto. You know what? They've been with us since day one. American Heritage Realtor has been with us almost every year since day one, and I haven't got a chance to really talk to Carol this year, but she's in our prayers because she's had some issues come up over the last couple of months, and hopefully she's doing well. But they've been with us since day one, and Sherwood Community Bank. You start naming these off. How about, I mean, if you don't know who the first down sponsor of Wildcat football is, yeah, you probably haven't watched one of our broadcasts. But Troby's, Maytag, Home Appliance Center, first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. We've built brands with these companies and these businesses, and it's so fun to go in. It's great because you email them or you call them and you're like, hey, I'm going to come by, and then you stop by. And it's an hour conversation because not only are they a client of yours, but they're friends of yours. Our insurance agents that have been on for years, Stafford and Stafford Insurance. And then you have Lacey Dominic of Shelter. You have Brad Sainer with Farmers. You have Cam Chenoweth with the Family. I mean, you go into all these, Jerry, and you either have a relationship with them business wise, or you patronize them. I think everybody that we've probably had on, one of us has done business with them at some point or fashion.
It is the sponsors and are so great, and the number of them. We have people that come on new every year. We have people that for some reason or another don't come back, and that's okay. We just like the fact that when we're supported, we try and get us to those people that are watching the broadcast to shop local, and I will always encourage that.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I'm not trying to leave others out that haven't been on several years. I'm pretty sure he wasn't on the first year because he wasn't started yet. But Matt with Red Barn Ranch, I feel like we've grown with him and he's grown with us to where this year, Matt, I'll mention him real quick because he's got a really cool thing we're doing this year. If you're not familiar with football terminology, there's a term called the red zone. And the red zone's when you get to the opponent's 20-yard line, you're knocking on the door, you're trying to get a touchdown. Some people may not know that terminology. Well, this year, we've got a sponsor of the red zone, and who better than the Red Barn Ranch? So we're excited about that. We got the Red Barn Ranch red zone this year. So every time the Wildcats get into the red zone, it'll be the Red Barn Ranch red zone. And then that just goes to show, how they've grown, we've grown with them, and that we have this awesome opportunity to bring that part into it this year as well. And it's just, like I said, and we've talked to people too from other business, other communities, and they're like, you guys do a great job with sponsorships. And I said, yeah, I said, it's great. But I said, at the end of the day, it's only works if we have a great product. And I think we have the best product in the metro area. If I'm a toot a horn, we got the best product in metro.
Chad, let me interrupt just a second. I brought up the list. I'll just run down them real quick. Max Motors
Perfect.
here in Harrisonville, Young's Tire and Wheel, Lacey Dominic Shelter Insurance, 2-3 Construction, Troby's, Colby's Car Clinic, Sonic here in Harrisonville, Show Me Auto Mall, Aikens PC Repair, Red Barn Ranch, Sherwood Bank, another insurance company, CPSK. Our predominant sponsor is Church and Dwight. Then we've got Wellness Counseling, Farmers with Brad Sainer, Papa Murphy's, Domino's, First Class Heating and Cooling, Culver's, and Cameron Chenoweth, an American Family. So if you want to, kind of hit some of those as you hear them.
Well, as I was going, I was processing as you were reading them off, and out of those, I believe 10 of those sponsors, Jerry, have been with us in some form or fashion since we broadcast the state championship run in 2016, which is awesome. Every other one that you listed on there has been with us at least 2 years. This is at least their second year. Several of them 5 or 6 years. Aikens PC Repair. Cody's back with us. I believe this is going to be his third year with us, and he's gonna be sponsoring something new this year too. Our defensive stand of the game. So whatever we deem during the game to have been the best defensive stand for the Wildcats, that'll be the Aikens PC Repair defensive stand of the game, and we're really going to talk about all of the great things that he has for your home PC defense, for your home network. So he's got a lot of stuff. I think when people think of Cody, they think, oh, he can fix my iPad or he can fix my computer. But he's got a lot of other stuff he's doing, including, being able to put up firewalls for you at your home and stuff like that. So we're really excited about touching on that this year. And, I love it. Cody, or another one you mentioned was Colby's Car Clinic. He's been around since the beginning as well. And, we talked about Young's Auto or Young's Tire and Wheel Center. Well, I'm pretty sure I've bought at least 3 or 4 pair of tires from Young's, and I know you've put plenty of tires on the van from Young's too. So, everybody we've done business with at one time or another. So that's what's awesome about this. Max Motors, Show Me Auto Mall, two great dealers in Harrisonville that have been on with us. Somebody that was not named on that list, but I will give a toot of the horn to, is Holland Auto Sales. Steve's been around since 1981, and he's done a lot. Steve was also, when I was with when I did the Harrisonville play-by-play with KDKD, he even did some sponsorship with them as well. And so Steve's been around. I know after COVID had hit, that one of the things with the smaller, Steve's not going to have 300 cars on his lot, but, he likes to have 10, 15, 20 cars on his lot. And after COVID hit and all the slowdowns happened with manufacturers, what a lot of people don't know is, hey, all the car dealerships, like the big dealerships, bought up all of the used cars, and the prices went sky high because people were needing cars on their lots. And the small guy like a Steve who has 15 or 20, well, he was only having 4 or 5 cars on his lot, and he's like, he goes, I love to advertise with you. He goes, but it's kind of silly if I've only got 3 cars on my lot to do that advertisement. So, it's awesome. I love that we can come up with new ways and exciting ways every year to partner with our businesses. I don't like to say it's an advertisement or sponsorship. I say it's a partnership, because we partner with them to try to grow their business, and they help us grow our brand as well. So those two new ones that we've talked about, Jerry's got one coming up that we're going to do this year too. And this is kind of our give back part of it. And Jerry, we've done this in the past though with other things. We've had Hoops for Hope for multiple years. We have had our Back the Blue ×2 for a couple of years. And I think me and you talked about it. I think in those 4 different things that we did, we were able to raise about almost $5,000 for local law enforcement and giving back to people. What we did Hope Haven one year, we did the Wildcat Den, or sorry, the Tiger Den. We did Bright Futures. We've done several different things, and that's what I love, that we can also give back. And hopefully maybe this fall we can maybe get back into. Last year was kind of a wonky year. We didn't get a chance to do a Back the Blues, so hopefully we can maybe make it bigger and better even this year and go from there. But kind of tell them what we're our other plan here, Jerry, for giving back to the community.
So the next one we're going to try, it's going to be an online thing, and it's going to be called 4Ts for Lunch Fees. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a 50-50 raffle that will be online. When you donate $5 for a Friday night, you will get one entry into the 50-50 contest. For $5 you get, for $20 you get 5 entries, and the more you give, the more entries you'll get into that. You'll split it 50-50, and that person will win half the pot, and the other half will go to the school for 4Ts for Lunch Fees. We'll donate that money that we help generate, that will go to students that need help paying for their lunch fees. It's something I've wanted to do for a long, long time. Just haven't decided the best way to do it, and I decided this year, you know what? If we only raise $40, then some kiddo's going to have $40 that they're not going to have to pay.
Right. And, that's something, being a teacher and a coach now that I see firsthand on a daily basis is a lot of schools, at a smaller school, we can combat that a little bit differently. But at a large school, I think they don't go without lunch, but they only have a certain thing that they can have. It may not be the pizza. They may only get a
tuna
a
sandwich
or whatever it is. But what's great is that we can give back and do that. And if you look at a lot of broadcasts over the years or a lot of sporting events, what do they have? They have a 50-50 raffle, and half of that goes to a charity. And we love that we can have an opportunity to try to do that. Look at the Royals. They have the 50-50 drawings. The Chiefs do a 50-50 drawing at the stadium during all of their games as well. And they've opened theirs up to where you can actually buy online and be a part of that. And it goes over several days, I know, for the Royals, to where you can get a chance to win that too. So we're glad that we have the opportunity that we can help give back to the community as well.
Give us a summary of things. I'm looking forward to getting going. James has got a lot of work to do that you and I will be putting in front of him, and his time's a little more of a premium this year. But we want to get the commercials, the partnerships going, and get things ready for that first game over in St. Louis here before long.
Yeah, and like I said, couple of things. If you haven't signed up, if you've been a partner with us in the past, or you may want to be a partner for the first time, call Jerry, call me, and we'll get you, rolling. I imagine if you call Jerry, he's going to say, "Hey, let me give you Chad's number." he'll give you an idea what to do. But nevertheless, I've enjoyed that, and I enjoy doing that. So get a hold of us, because we're 13 days out from the opener. Okay, so a lot goes into that. I think a lot of people are like, well, if I can be on, can I just be on? Well, that's great, but we want to make you a great advertisement and for the broadcast. We don't want to, get to that and just read something at the end that we put together real quick. We want to showcase your local business and be able to grow your local business. So get with us quickly so we can get that rolling for you. 13 days away. We kick off at 2 o'clock on the 26th of August at MICDS in St. Louis. We will be over there in full force. So if you can't make it over, that's another great thing about 4Ts. If you can't make it over there, guess what? You can sit at your house on a Saturday afternoon. You may have a couple TVs rolling. One going to have the Wildcats on it. You may have
now.
I don't know, Mizzou football game probably going on the other one. on a Saturday. Some weirdos may have a KU game going. I don't know. Do they still have football, Jerry?
Barely, but hey, they did okay last year. It's all right.
They, hey, I can't say much because they were 6-6. We were 6-6. So, excuse me. Nevertheless, that's when we kick off, and then we'll be home the next week against Maryville. And we got 9 games coming up, and we're excited about it. We'll have them every Friday night on 4ts.com. And let's make it a great year. I'd like to go out with a bang. I don't know about you, Jerry, but it'd be kind of nice to roll down to I don't even know where the state championship is this year, if it's in Columbia or where it is.
I'd love for it to be at Columbia. As much trouble as I give you about Mizzou, I would love to go there and have a state championship thing going on. That'd be a lot of fun.
You know, all of the places that I've broadcast sports over my 19 years that I've been doing this, I have never one time called any game. Oh, wait, I take that back. I did call one game in Columbia at Battle High School. But I have never got a chance to go to Faroe Field and call a game, and I have not got a chance to broadcast a game in the Hearn Center or in Mizzou Arena. So those are on my bucket list. That places I would like. I've been to Springfield multiple times, and I was at St. Louis for the '07 state championship game. But I would like to go to Columbia to call the state championship. So we'll see what happens.
Guys, if you're interested and you want to partner with us, give one of us a message. Hey, I'm going to do this. This is 4Ts for Chad Grammer. I'm Jay Forsler. Let's call it good for this evening, and we'll talk to you all soon. Can you still hear me?